Hey y'all, I'm working on this little 2003 Honda XR70, and I just started working on it. It's been in my garage for a little while. The slide on this carburetor, which is really small, was stuck. It would not come out of the carburetor. Okay, so instead of prying on it, and let me turn this off and quit making noise. But I'm using my ultrasonic cleaner that I got from Harbor Freight. I've done one or two videos on it already, but anyway, instead of prying on this thing and damaging the throttle cable and prying on stuff and all that, what I did was I had this wood block sitting around in my garage just for, for whatever reason. And I set my cleaner up on top of it, plugged it in right there, and I filled it with the hottest water I could get out of my kitchen. It comes out pretty hot. You couldn't hold your hand in it, I'll put it that way. I'm not sure what the temp is, but I put a little bit of Purple Power degreaser. That's just my personal preference. I've been using it for years. It seems to work really well. I put maybe 3 or 4 ounces of that in there and some hot water, and I just hung this off the side to where, the slide was still in there. I opened up the choke to make sure I could get plenty of water in there. I turned the cleaner on, and I literally let this thing sit here for not even, I wouldn't even say 3 or 4 minutes, and the slide came right out. So just an idea, if any of you got any stuck carburetor parts, you might want to try this, especially if you work on small engine stuff or whatever you work on. These things, I wish I would have bought it years ago, because I would have been soaking this thing in harsh chemicals like Berryman's Chem Dip or something like that. The other thing I was going to do, since this throttle cable is routed through the frame right here where the ignition holder is and the gas tank holder is, I was going to have to take the whole throttle assembly apart and pull the cable through to get the carburetor off the bike. And I didn't want to do that. I don't want to take stuff apart if I don't have to. It's just more parts to keep up with, and obviously more time. So I just found something that this would sit on to where that carburetor would sit in there and basically vibrate. That thing vibrates pretty intensely. It seems to work really well. I haven't had any issues out of it. So yeah, basically works really good. You guys need to get one of these. It'll help you out. But as far as the bike goes, I got to clean the carb out on it. It's got some kind of a shifting issue, like it's getting stuck in first gear, I was told. I haven't exactly heard the bike run yet, but I paid like $100 for it, so it's worth more than that in parts. So I figured I'd just take a shot at it. So hopefully I'll have it running by the end of the day. I've already got a carb kit and spark plug and all that for it, so and a new air filter. So I'm going to get it running first and see what's going on with the shifter before I start tearing into the motor. But other than it being really dirty, it's actually in pretty good shape for an 03. The handlebars are tweaked a little bit and it's got some scratches, but it should clean up just fine. But anyway, Do It All Garage, like and subscribe. If you got any questions or comments, they're always welcome. Thanks for watching.